Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Firearms. Today we have the FN, the controversial FN57. That's right, folks. Before we get too far along here, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for today's video. We don't have any sponsors, so I'll go ahead and take the time to send a shout out to my wife. Without her giving the green light to dump as much money as I do into this channel, this wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be able to show this stuff off to you guys. So yes, that aside, thank you, wife. Here we are, boys and girls, the FN57. As always, let's make sure your firearm is cleared. Nothing in there. Nothing in the mag. Well, we are cleared. Yes, the infamous FN57, the controversial FN57. This is it. Before we dive too far into the pistol here, let's go ahead and see what comes in the box. This is to come with 3 magazines. Nice hard case here. They come with all this stuff here. So on this side, here the price tag. Well, I'm sure it hasn't changed much. FN owner's manual, registration cards. Here's a little warning letter from FN, basically saying don't use reloads. I think that was years ago. I think there's some pretty good reloads out there now. This does not normally come in the box, but I do have it in the box here. This is the EFK threaded barrel, which we'll go over here in just a second. So we'll set that aside because it doesn't come in the box. Yeah, so that's the paperwork that comes on this side here. See if we can just show it all back in there without losing stuff. This side, you get the lock. You also get the spent shell. Pretty cool. They don't do that anymore. Well, maybe they do. I haven't bought a 57 in a while, so maybe they do. But yeah, so that's what comes in the box here. With that out of the way, let's go and slide this out of the way. It does come with the 3 magazines. There are several different types of ammo for it here, so I'm not sure if you can tell what color that is, but it is black. So you have the black tips. Those are a little hot around, a little lighter, go through a few more things. There are the green tips, which is what I normally carry for defense. I don't have it here in front of me here, but there are blue tips, which is the ones you most commonly find in the store. And yeah, so let's go ahead and bring in the threaded barrel. So the EFK barrel, when you get it from EFK, comes with the adapter for a 1/2x28. It also comes with the thread protector for the normal FN thread pitch. Alright, so we'll go over both of those here in just a second here. Alright, now that we got everything from the box here, let's go ahead and look to the sky. Let's see what FN says about this. Welcome back. Boy, when I was out there reading it with you, I don't know if you noticed or not, but man, that sky sure is pretty today. Not one cloud in the sky. A little breezy, but not too bad. Alright, so let's take a look. This is what you came here to see. So this is the FN57. Suppressor height sights. Safety. It is a manual safety, and it is towards the trigger. The idea, I think, is to either manipulate it with your trigger finger or your support hand thumb. Accessory rail. Aggressive stippling here. No adjustable back straps or interchangeable back straps. The sights, see if I can get a picture of it here. They are painted white. They're not night sights, so you'd have to upgrade if you want night sights. I think that's in. It's kind of hard to see with this little tiny viewfinder. I apologize. It does have some aggressive slide serrations there. Front works pretty good. The rear works really well. They got these little notches right at the end there, so you can't mess with that. I mean, yeah, you can't mess with that. There is only one slide release and lock. It's on the shooter's left. magazine release on shooter's left. The safety is ambidextrous, and the takedown lever is only on the shooter's left. Takedown lever is a little bit different. It's kind of like a Glock. You do a half pull and then disassemble from there. So if you had double X hands, this is what you can expect it to feel like or look like. Very comfortable. It's maybe a little on the short side. I don't have any 30-round magazines yet, so I'll update that later on as I get 30-round magazines. But for your lefties out there, this is what it would look like for a lefty if you had double X hands. If your hands are bigger or smaller, use your imagination. Alright, well, as always, let's go ahead and take this thing apart here. So take it apart. You don't slide the lock back, the slide back. You actually do like kind of a half grab here. I don't even know how far back to go. You kind of just have to feel it. Hit this lever. You got to hold the lever back and let it slide forward. Be very careful because it does not slide all the way forward and then out. It only slides that far, so a ½ inch or so, and then it'll come out. I've lost it several times where I'm thinking I'm coming all the way out and it's just falling to the ground. A little bit different than any other of the 509s, at least that I have in the collection here. So the spring is fixed to the barrel. You have to push it in a little bit and then it comes right out. And that's it. You don't have to worry about springs or anything. Alright, we'll go ahead and reassemble it here, but we'll reassemble it with the FK barrel here. So thread protectors have to be off. Slide it in there, push it just a hair forward and let it go, kind of locks in place. You do have to line this up down there. Then make sure you leave enough room for your slide, your slide guides there. And it's just a quarter. Oh, see, I'm already messing up here. Get back in there. There, I'm in there. In there. So this is a quarter latch. We're good. Check for function. FN will not fire without a magazine in it, so we'll take the trigger's word for it here. All right, slide that guy aside here. So there is the FN thread pitch with the protector. Depending on what suppressor you have, you might opt to go to the adapter, the 1/2x28. This also has the thread protector on it. While we're at it, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like here. So I do have a OSS RAD22. This is rated for 5.7. It is on a 1/2x28 pitch thread. That's what it looked like with a RAD22 on it. Kind of a smaller can. Suppressor height sights though, so it is cool that you can still get a picture on it. For those of you who know a little bit about the FN57, Gemtech made a specific suppressor for it. Oh man, I didn't even tighten that up. And oh, there it goes. Take the thread adapter off here. Put the protector back on just to make sure no bad part happens there. Wind's picking up. I apologize. You might get a gust of wind or so here, but yes, Gemtech made a suppressor specifically for the 5.7. It is called the SFN57. These are hard as heck to find nowadays. It is a direct thread, no adapters needed. It was specifically built just for the 5.7 pistol. There was a separate suppressor for a 5.7, or excuse me, a PS90. But yeah, so we'll take a look here. Yeah, you can still see the sights on that, so that is pretty cool. So I got this guy just for the 5.7. I just like the way it looks. And yeah, there you go. So that is the FN57 with the Gemtech suppressor on it. Alright, as always here on Pound's Firearms, we're going to go ahead and test out the trigger. I'm going to do this here just to be safe. We can put the thread protector on. Last thing you do is drop it and ding up the threads. The reason why this magazine is empty because you can't pull the trigger without a magazine in it. I'm going to reset the trigger. Safety's off. This is what you can expect the trigger pull here. So wall, pretty nice pull. You set it here. Just so you know, if you reset it too far, it locks the slide back. So that's why I did the half cock there. For your lefties out there, wall, break. I don't think it's a bad trigger, but I'm not a professional, so I don't know. Maybe it's a horrible trigger. I have no idea. I don't mind it. There we go. Well, let's get the official pull here. As always, we're going to use the same Wheeler gauge. We're going to reset it. Oh man, it's been sitting in the sun. It's a little hot. So let's just reset. We're going to do a 3-shot pull and grab it here to see if we can, how good I can do. Wall about there, so 3 pounds 8 ounces maybe. Whew. Broke at 6 pounds 8 ounces. Reset it. Let's try this again here. Wall, right around 4 pounds. 6 pounds 11 ounces. Last pull here. Wall. Ah, I may have jerked that one here. 7 pounds 2.3 ounces. For a grand total of 3 pull average, 6 pounds 12.7 ounces. It's a little on the heavier side, at least from other triggers that I've tested here so far on this channel. But yeah, well, that said, now we got the triggers out of the way. You've seen what it looks like. Let's go ahead and take it to the range. So let's zoom in like we always do, way out there, and let's get some first-person shooters here. Welcome back, guys. We're about 10 yards from the range here. FN57. We're going to start off with the factory barrel. Do a couple shots of the factory barrel. Then we'll switch over to the threaded barrel, and then shoot a couple shots suppressed. Here we go. FN57. Oh, I flinched, and I forgot the safety. Safety's on this time. All right. Be right back, guys. We're back. 10 yards here. Got the EFK barrel on. I do have the thread suppressors, the thread protector off. We're going to shoot a OSS RAD22 out of it, and then we're also going to do the Gemtech SFN57 suppressor here. So there's a couple unsuppressed. Oh my gosh, safety. Okay, be right back here. We'll put on the RAD22 on first. All right, welcome back. Same 10 yards. Do have the adapter on to hold a traditional 1/2x28 thread pitch. So this is the RAD22. Couple shots with this here. Safety's off this time. Safety's on. Suppression usually gets pretty hot when you run the 5.7 through it, so we'll come back here and I'll put the Gemtech. Guys, welcome back. Same 10 yards here. This time we got the Gemtech on there. No thread adapter needed. It's a direct thread to the FN thread pitch. Yeah, so here's a couple shots here. There we go. FN57 with both suppressors. Welcome back, guys. I like to have fun with this here, so yeah, shooting both the Gemtech and the OSS 22. It's just fun. You can still hear the bullet obviously flying here, but man, it's a good time. I don't think it's as fun watching as it is shooting. But yes, if you have the ability to get a FN57, I highly recommend it. It's controversial. I'm learning now that I'm doing YouTube that I guess it's pretty popular in the rap scene. So I guess FN57s in the rap scene is pretty popular too. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a rap someday. But yes, this is it. This is the infamous, controversial FN57. It does shoot the 5.7x28 here. I didn't recap this here, but let me just pull one out so you can kind of see what it looks like. Here's the green tip. Whoa! Little green tip. This is a bottleneck cartridge. It does load similar to a rifle. Instead of pushing it down and in like a pistol, just snap it in place here. Does hold 20 from the factory, which is the other key thing. The other key thing here too, if you want to look at the weight, it's just over 2 pounds fully loaded. That's less than most guns empty. So yeah, pretty awesome. One of my favorites. It was my everyday carry for a long time. I still carry it to this day. Carry it with a Viridian Gen 2 light laser combo. And yeah, that's it. Well guys, I am your host Pound. This is Pound's Firearms, signing off.